God, it's right in here. Wait, where?
We'll be asking the questions here. I'm Officer Gent. This is Officer Fell. We have many questions about what happened last night.
What about last night?
Start at when you got there.
It's my house. I live there.
Let's rewind a bit. Why don't you tell us why you're bleeding?
I'll never talk. Over my dead body.
Can you give us a clear answer?
I wasn't even there. I never got the invite.
I love your hair, dude.
Focus, fella.
I swear I had nothing to do with it.
I hate this job.
Just break it down for us, we'll see who's actually responsible.
Okay, so we all met at Chum's place for game night.
I invited my friends over for game night because it had been a really long time and there have been a few new friends to invite, like Guy, Amiga.
I wasn't there.
I gave Buddy and Lady a ride, because they're still down a car and they owe me gas.
It all starts good. We start with board games. You know how it goes. It gets competitive, but obviously I won them all.
Okay, so Buddy, Guy, and Lady got there first.
Yeah, then Pal showed up not long after.
Interesting.
As the night went on, we got bored of the board games and decided to do something more active.
Alright everyone, we're gonna have a friendly game of hint. In case you haven't played before, one of us will be murdered. One of us will be the murderer. There are hints scattered throughout the house. Several of your personal belongings and DNA have been strategically placed throughout the house.
How did you get either of those things?
That's not important. Breaking and entering.
Who's going to be dead?
Obviously me, I'm the one who placed the hints around. I already know who did it, and to the murderer in the room, you already know who you are. Begin.
I went down to Chum's basement to see what I could find. His window down there was broken. Someone had broken in. There was a muddy footprint in the blue rug. It was bigger than my foot, so I could eliminate Lady. Her shoes are tiny.
I went into Chum's bathroom to wipe blood off my face. Don't worry, it was my blood. Anyway, I found a photograph of Chum slightly behind the mirror, with handwriting on the bottom. The writing was too messy to read, so it can't be Pal. He writes too neat.
I went into Chum's guest bedroom where I found a duffel bag full of clothes. On top of the clothes was a comb with a black hair in it. Lady and I are brunettes. Buddy's hair is too short, so that can only leave.
I went into the kitchen to get a glass of water. I saw a cabinet and had a red stain on it, and when I opened it, inside there was a knife, covered in this red paint, I think, plus a fingerprint on the handle.
I watched them all scatter and gather hints. I ordered takeout for us as we waited, and before I got there, they reconvened, giving me all of the evidence.
My friends, there has been a terrible murder tonight. Our host, Chum Baka, has been killed, and the killer entered through the basement.
The rest of the house lacks mud, which means the killer came into the bathroom first to get cleaned up. He left behind a photograph of Chum, with writing too messy to read. Perhaps as one final bit of motivation.
The killer snuck behind Chum, following in him upstairs. The killer dropped their bags in Chum's spare room, pausing for a moment to unpack the murder weapon, leaving their comb and hair in full view.
The killer stabbed Chum as Chum was about to go downstairs, causing Chum to fall down the stairs. From there, the killer went to hide the bloody knife in the kitchen to disguise their actions.
It was going good. They had found all the hints. They were piecing it all together.
And then he showed up.
Who?
Him.
Him.
I don't know.
We thought it was a delivery driver. Buddy, he was the closest to the door, so he went to go open it. It wasn't the delivery driver.
So who was it? Who is that supposed to be?
Someone with a vendetta. Boss?
I'll kill you! Ah!
Jen, can I talk to you in private? None of their stories are adding up in the slightest. Guy says he did it. He was the one holding the weapon. Lady is covered in blood and is saying it's the victims. Pal was talking about someone named Boss showing up and fighting Buddy. Buddy keeps saying he did it and to leave Lady alone. Amiga wasn't even there until the end. The only thing they agreed on is that it happened at Chump's house. Otherwise, what should we do?
The strange thing is, where does Amiga fit in here?
Alright, so you weren't there for game night. So why were you there?
I got a call from them saying they needed my car to transport a bag.
Guy was the killer.
No, I didn't. It wasn't. I'm going to jail.
No, you're not. Buddy, call Amiga. She's got a car.
What are you gonna do, lady?
Not me. We. We're going to erase this. This never happened. Understood?
I killed a man.
Understood.
We got called here for a public disturbance. Something about yelling and fighting.
Target acquire. Jen, he's got a knife.
I'm sorry. It was an accident.
You're under arrest, son.
No, he didn't do it. I did.
Like hell it was me. I'm even covered in blood.
No, it was my idea.
I didn't do it. It wasn't me.
Arrest them all. We'll figure this out later. Interesting. Do you still have the bag?
The paint on the knife wasn't dry yet. I didn't do it. Woohoo!
So this is the man who attacked you? The same one you thought you killed and tried to dispose of?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, we forget any of this ever happened, and all of you screw off. Deal?
Sorry for ruining your game night.
Wait, so who murdered you, chum?
Oh, it was me.
Huh?
Yeah, the picture's the one I had motivated myself. I wrote it to remind myself how great I can be. The comb was meant to point suspicion to Guy, but I fell over to the stairs after unpacking a knife in my duffel bag, and I got stabbed in the process. I made it to the kitchen before bleeding out, where you found the final evidence.
Wait, but what about the broken window in the basement? And the muddy footprint?
Oh, I have no idea. Both of those were news to me when you said them.
Can it, boss?